It's got to be one of the most frustrating feelings in the world. You do everything you're supposed to. You get your 8 hours, but you still wake up feeling like you've been hit by a truck. Well, today, we're going to dig into the hidden biological reasons why this happens, and I'm willing to bet the answer is not what you think. I mean, does this just feel a little too familiar? You're clocking a full night, but by midday, you're just desperately reaching for that second or maybe third cup of coffee? Well, I'm here to tell you, you are definitely not alone. And the reason this is happening? It goes so much deeper than just the number of hours you spend in bed.
So we're going to go way past the basic advice you've probably heard 1,000 times. Welcome to Sleepedia. This is our little corner of the internet where we really get into the science of sleep and our body's internal clocks. And in this explainer, we're going to uncover why your body just isn't recharging and, more importantly, how you can finally reclaim that morning energy.
All right, this right here is the absolute heart of the matter. The problem isn't your sleep duration, it's your sleep quality. Seriously, we're going to stop obsessing over that magic number 8 and start focusing on what's actually happening inside your brain and body during those hours. It's a total shift in perspective, and trust me, it's a game changer. So let's start with what's going on inside your head. It turns out there are a couple of really common, you could almost call them waking glitches, that can leave you feeling foggy no matter how long you were actually asleep. Grogginess, the confusion, maybe you're a little grumpy right after you wake up. Well, that's not just you being in a bad mood. It's a real biological state called sleep inertia. Now, a little bit of this is totally normal for, say, 15 minutes or so. But for a lot of us, that feeling can stretch on for hours, completely sabotaging the start of the day. So here's what's really going on. Your sleep happens in these cycles, right? And if your alarm clock yanks you out of that super deep sleep phase, it's like forcing a computer to go from totally powered down to fully on in 1 second. It just glitches out. But if you wake up naturally during a light sleep phase, it's this smooth, gentle ramp up into feeling alert and ready to go. And here's the cool, kind of nerdy science behind it. There's this chemical in your brain called adenosine. Just think of it as the sleepiness chemical. It builds up all day long. So when you're ripped from deep sleep, that adenosine is still stuck in your brain's receptors. It's like the cleanup crew didn't finish their job. So even though your eyes are open, part of your brain is still chemically trying to sleep. That's the glitch.
But wait, there's more. Sleep inertia is only half the story. See, there's another glitch that can happen, and this one involves your hormonal ignition system. And when this thing misfires, man, it just robs you of your morning energy. Check this out. In a healthy body, your cortisol levels are supposed to spike. I mean, really jump up by 50 to 75% within the first 30 minutes of waking up. It's called the cortisol awakening response. And you can think of it as your body's own natural, built-in shot of espresso. It's literally designed to make you feel sharp, alert, and ready to take on the day. But what happens if that hormonal surge is kind of weak or flat? Well, you never get that liftoff feeling. It's like the rocket is still stuck on the launch pad. You're left in this weird limbo, kind of halfway between asleep and awake, and that foggy feeling can last for hours. Your ignition system has basically failed. All right, let's zoom out for a second. We've talked about the glitches inside your brain. Now let's talk about an external problem, the massive conflict between your body's internal clock and, well, our crazy modern schedules. This is a huge one for so many of us, and it has a name: social jet lag. It's simply the mismatch between your body's internal biological clock, when it wants to sleep and wake up, and your social clock, work, school, life in general. If you're someone who stays up later and sleeps in on the weekends, yep, you're giving yourself social jet lag every single week. And trust me, the effect is so powerful. Look at this. Research shows that even just a 90-minute difference in your mid-sleep point between work days and free days is linked to a major increase in fatigue. I mean, just 90 minutes. That tiny little shift is enough to throw your entire system completely out of whack. Let me put it another way. Think about it like this. Every single weekend, you're basically flying your body to a different time zone and then flying it all the way back on Sunday night. It's crazy, right? Your brain never gets a chance to settle into a solid rhythm, so it can't consistently get into those deep, restorative stages of sleep that you so desperately need. So you might be thinking, but my schedule is super consistent and I still feel exhausted. Well, if that's you, then we need to look for the invisible sleep thieves, the interruptions that are stealing your sleep quality without you even knowing it.
You might think you slept soundly, like a rock, all night long. But what could be really happening are these tiny little things called micro-arousals. We're talking interruptions that last just a few seconds, way too short for you to actually remember in the morning. But here's the catch. Every single time one happens, it's enough to reset your sleep cycle, pulling you out of that precious deep sleep and right back up to the surface.
And the things that cause them are usually things we just ignore. It could be something as simple as your body working a little harder to breathe, or a tiny blood sugar dip from those late-night carbs. Maybe it's your pet or your partner just moving around in bed. Even your body working overtime to digest a big meal can do it. All these little things can fragment your sleep, and you'd never even know it was happening.
And here is the absolute kicker. You need to hear this. Research has shown that a single night of fragmented sleep, sleep that's broken up by all those tiny interruptions you don't even remember, is just as damaging to your energy and your mood as getting only 4 hours of total sleep. Let that sink in for a second. 8 hours of broken sleep can feel exactly like 4 hours of solid sleep. So after all that kind of bad news, you're probably wondering, what can we actually do about it? Well, the good news is the fixes are actually really powerful. It's all about shifting your focus to the right things. At the end of the day, waking up tired is a signal. Your body is trying to tell you something. It's telling you that the very structure of your sleep is broken. It's not about the duration. It's about building a solid sleep architecture through rhythm, timing, and consistency, not just counting the hours you spend in bed. So here's your path forward, and let's keep it simple. 2 steps. First, don't try to fix everything at once. You'll just get overwhelmed. Pick one area to improve first, just one. But second, and this is the big one, make your wake-up time consistent. Every single day. Weekends included. I'm serious. This is the anchor that holds your entire circadian rhythm in place.